This is the Climate Alarm Clock podcast. Still to come, we learn about the work of Not Here, Not Anywhere, but now we're continuing our collaboration with Birdwatch Ireland and learning about an endangered bird and what's being done to protect it. This week's bird is the Corncrake, which is timely as they've been arriving back to Ireland for the summer in the last couple of weeks. So over we go now to Niall Hatch and Ricky Whelan to learn more.
So, hi Niall, this week we're going to talk a little bit about corncrakes.
Yes, a bird which was once so widespread and common in Ireland that people saw them as a pest. They used to keep them awake at night with this croaking noise that they make. The Latin name is crex. They're named after this. So it's really astonishing to see that in the space of just a few decades, which in biological terms and evolutionary terms is less than the blink of an eye, this bird has gone from being common and abundant to being wiped out from most of the country, just clinging on in some areas of the west and northwest. A species that once bred in every county in Ireland in abundance and now is gone from the vast majority of them, sadly.
Yeah, and again, similar problems to curlew, because again, another ground nester, you're talking agriculture intensification, basically being pushed out of their habitats and, loss of habitat there, drainage. But another thing and key thing that especially became the final nail in the coffin for Corncrake in one of their hotspots, the Shannon Callows, was the spring floods, and that is a direct sort of result of climate change, which has a particular sort of relevance to this podcast. So we really need to sort of reverse or halt these things as much as we can. And I know we feel helpless sometimes as bird conservationists. We like to do physical things. We like to put up anti-predator fences, and we like to sort of do habitat management, and we like to dig new ponds, and we like to sort of stop disturbance and all that. But the climate side of things is a really big challenge for us now.
It is, and when we have a ground nesting bird like a corncrake, there's when you have flooding of those areas, there's nothing that we can do. It was so frustrating and heartbreaking to see them go extinct in the Shannon Callows, where once that was like the hotspot for them in Ireland, because those meadows, because of the pattern of flooding that happens there, first of all, they're very fertile soils, but also the farming there couldn't be done the same intensive way it could in the rest of Ireland. There was these sort of traditional wildflower hay meadows that were there, but it used to be that summer flooding in the Shannon Callows was a once in 20-year event, and recently I think it flooded 9 out of 10 years in a row. And if you're a small bird like a corncrake that lives only for 2 or 3 years at most, if you have flooding in 3 consecutive years, all your eggs and chicks are destroyed, you die, there's no one left to carry on the population, the bird becomes extinct, and it happens as quickly as that. So that's one of the real victims of climate change, particularly in the Midlands of Ireland. It's a really sad case.
And there's some amazing projects happening out west. There's National Parks and Wildlife Service are coordinating curlew conservation project and things, and some very simple ideas, pragmatic ideas. There's like spring cover, so when they arrive, there's enough plants like nettles and stuff that provides early cover for the corncrake to sort of skulk in, because they're quite a skulky little bird. They're quite a loud little thing, and they will sort of sing from a rock or whatever, but they're very difficult to connect with actually. And then within those cover crops as well is they're insect rich, so that provides the food then for the adults to be in condition, so that when the mate arrives and they pair up, they lay the eggs, and then there's plenty of food then for the chicks as well. So it's all about having the cover to sort of keep them safe from predators, and enough food for them during the season, and then until they're ready to sort of commute back to migrate back to Africa. So there is efforts ongoing, and things are probably a bit more hopeful for corncrake than certainly they were 5 or 10 years ago.
Yeah, numbers are slowly but surely increasing. I think it's never going to be a situation where this bird is common and widespread across Ireland again. The landscape has just changed too much. But hopefully we can at least keep this as an Irish breeding species, and the methods we trial here in Ireland will help elsewhere in this bird's range across much of Europe and into Asia, where it's going to come under similar pressures from agricultural intensification and climate change. So anything we can do here in Ireland to help them, I think will reap dividends.
Amen to that.
That was Ricky Whelan and Niall Hatch of Birdwatch Ireland there. If you want to see some of the work going on to protect corncrakes, check out the @Corncrake Life and @Mayo Corncrake 77 accounts on Twitter. That's it from me for this week, but stay tuned for the final part of the episode where Anna talks to Dylan and Angela from Not Here, Not Anywhere.